Castle Crashers Insane Mode. Full Moon with no potions. I figured I'd try this with Red Knight. Cause I figured it might make stuff a tiny bit easier. So it's not no hit, it's no potions, so should still be fairly easy. I mean, because, you know, I mean, it's only Full Moon, which Full Moon is like one of the, I'd say it's one of the longest levels in the game. Okay, it's not necessarily one of the hardest, because, see, like, Marsh is a lot harder of a level, but, like, see, Marsh, I don't really know how to say it. Marsh is a lot harder of a level, but, like, you can actually, like, do juggles and stuff on Marsh. On this, you literally can't even do juggles. I mean, the lightweight juggle for Eskimos that pop up way later. It's not good. See, that's why I didn't want to do this challenge no hit. Because the rocks are very annoying. See, like that one, we've gotten a rock there 3 times in a row. So also the fact that no matter how good you are at this, or how hard you try, there's some stupid rock waiting to fall on you. But you really only have to deal with 2 waves of rocks. And it's basically just, once you kill the beefies, you don't have to worry about the rocks. I mean, of course the rocks still exist, like right there. See, because sometimes you might think, oh, I'm gonna run out of the way of the rock, and then you get hit by an enemy, or sometimes you think, I'm gonna run away from the enemy and get hit by a rock. Either way, you don't want either to happen, but most of the time, you just have, or some of the time, you just have to accept that it's one or the other. Anyways, I'm gonna have to do this, like, I'm gonna have to do this challenge, very quick. Because this is my first try on it. See, like, right there. I could have moved out of the way, but then... See, I could have moved out of the way right there. But it's coming so fast, and I don't want to, like, quit hitting the enemy right there. So I can either, like, I have to make a choice. Anyways, the main reason I used Red Knight for this was because I figured his damage would be a lot faster than just spamming spin attack for the latter part. But also because when you hit the beefy brutes, and you do the like magic attack that like does like double the damage or whatever. I'm pretty sure it's a percentage. It's like an increased percentage. It doesn't do like a yeah, I don't think it does a multiplier. I don't think it does a multiplier. I think it does a increased percentage of your damage. Because I can't think of any number that I could multiply 41 by to get 103. And I mean, theoretically every number has a multiple, like... Oh, well, no, because some end in infinite decimals, but... anyways, yeah, so... When you do the one attack... that does like so for me it does 103 damage. When you do that one attack on the beefies, it won't deal any extra, like it won't count as an extra hit or anything, but it'll actually it will like reset the beefy. So normally you just have to wait and like yeah, so I feel like it's working actually a lot better than if I used just spin attack, because it's doing 22 per. So yeah, so unfortunate. The main reason this level is seen as hard is because you can't heavyweight juggle the people. Now, the normal way of doing it would be to do that and just deal like 103 damage to everyone. But the way I'm doing it right here, it honestly seems like much better. Because it's 22 per, but yeah, so it'll obviously the one move was for... I obviously it wouldn't be just Red Knight, but there's some characters that like it wouldn't do it for, so... Like, it wouldn't be every character, but it's also not just Red Knight. Where, like, it would, like... Yeah, so we've already killed one. Yikes. That is so dumb. I didn't mean to do that. Oh, what the heck? What was that? I got hit right there and I got very scared. So yeah, it seems like my strategy is actually working pretty good. I feel like this would work good for no-hit also. So if I ever come back and do this no-hit, which eventually I will, my plan is to do every mission in the game no-hit. And I mean, now, it might sound like really bad coming from a person who doesn't even have like all the insane mode completions yet. Like, it's gonna sound unbelievable because doing Necromancer Insane Mode no hit is so fucking hard, or freaking hard. But I mean, like, it took one guy who was very good at the game 53 hours of attempts. So, let's say I'm 10 times worse than him. It'll take me 530 hours of trying. I'm pretty sure 1,000 hours is only 30 days. So logically, I could do it in like less than a month. If it took him 53 hours, which is 2 like full days worth of attempts. Now obviously I know I'm not gonna like be attempting the fight for like 30 or for 2 days straight, you know. There was probably some days where he played for like 6 hours, some days where he played not at all, some days where he played for maybe 10 hours, or, you know. But, like, I feel like if I honestly tried hard enough, and I just never gave up, I feel like I'd be capable of doing Necromancer on Insane Mode without getting hit. But first I'm gonna do the rest of the game no hit. So I think what I might actually do is, so I had 2 challenges in mind, basically, or no, 3 challenges in mind. Either I would just go through the levels one by one and start doing all of them no hit. That was the first thing I was gonna do. I was gonna go through all the levels one by one and just do all of them no hit. I was gonna do okay, I can't remember if it's called a Nuzlocke challenge or a Nuzlocke challenge. But I think it's called a Nuzlocke challenge, where basically, so the way it would work for Castle Crashers is, you'd think it'd just be like, well, you die and then it's over. But what I'm gonna do is, instead of making it you die and it's over, I'm gonna make it so I have to beat Insane Mode with no potions, but I get 5 characters. So that was one idea. And I had another idea of, so I already said it, doing no hit, like just through the entire game, just like running through the levels, from beginning to end, of course. I'd probably skip Necromancer, or I could do Necromancer no potions. Honestly, I feel like Necromancer no potions is probably gonna be the one I do first, because what? How did I get? Did I get like 2 pieces? Oh, frick. Oh, heck, man. I was trying to get those, like, 2 pieces of fruit, and I just kept missing. So, yeah, my strategy seems to be working of, instead of using the spin attacks, using the magic that Red Knight has. Because Red Knight's magic is very good for killing crowds of enemies fast. Oh my god. It's so scary. Because whenever you get hit once, it's like, oh damn. But then, like, almost immediately you get hit a second time, like right after. It's like, it's annoying, and then you're like, bruh. And then you get hit a 3rd time, and you're like, bruh. So now you're like 1 hit away, and your confidence just dies. Because, I mean, you're 1 hit away. This is saddening. I'm the boogeyman. Ooga booga. So, like, as you can see, like, I can't really heavyweight juggle. I can, like, start off a juggle, but you can't heavyweight juggle them because once they, like, touch the floor, I don't know how I'd say it. Like, once they touch the floor, they don't bounce. They're not like Coneheads or Royal Guards. Now, it's comparable to that of the one Conehead that you fight in the Cyclops, in the Cyclops Fortress, that, like, he takes, like, absolutely zero, he takes, like, absolutely zero bounce. So, like, it is literally, like, if you hit him, like, once, he just falls over. There's no way to juggle him, really. You know, because there's no real way to juggle him except for, like, there's, like, 2 ways I know of that you can juggle him. You know, like, even using a sandwich to make you beefy doesn't work. But yeah, so they're kind of like that, except they still have bounce. They still have bounce, but it's more of just... Okay, so I feel like so the way these guys work is, like, as soon as they touch the floor, they don't bounce up. And with any juggle that isn't the medium weight juggle, we're actually finished with Full Moon here. So, okay, that is the video done. You can see I did not use any potions. I have all 5. Yes, the strat worked pretty well. So, except the medium weight juggle, you always touch the floor. But then, so you also, basically what happens is, when they touch the floor, they don't bounce up. Alright. That is the end of the video. Goodbye, everyone. I will see you later.